Raiders fans, man, you guys are on the clock. Two-Tone Sports here, continuing with my series of giving every single NFL team a draft grade, along with giving you Mel Kiper's draft grade and PFF's draft grade. So I'm giving you 3 grades in one video, so stay in your seat and continue watching. By the way, 2 of them, obviously not my grade, are paid subscriptions. So yes, I paid for these subscriptions in order to see these articles. So let's jump into it. I have to disclose, I am a Chargers fan, so take that with a little bit of light here. But at the end of the day, I'm an NFL fan, and I do grade fair. I want to hear about it in the comments below. If you guys don't like my takes or my grades, let me know. Let's talk about it. So, with your first pick, 7th overall, you went Tyree Wilson, the 6'6" freak out of Texas Tech, 271 pounds. I like this kid. I liked him heading into the draft. I said he had a chance to beat out Will Anderson in production. So we'll see. Like I said, I really liked him. A little confused, though, because Christian Gonzalez was on the board, but he ended up falling into 17. So why? I don't know, but here we are. Wilson's a powerful pass rusher who is difficult to keep off the QB when he shoots his hands inside and extends his long arms. Wins rushing off the edge and between the tackles. Best at hunting the QB, moves well for his size, and could spot drop in coverage. He's 6 foot. They also negate here the amount of batted balls that he should learn and everything at the next level. His comp is Trey Hendrickson. I think it's a fair comp. It's a good comp. I like the pick because, as we're seeing, especially with the Eagles and these teams, if you keep a healthy, fresh, rotational edge rush, you can see what it can do for a team. So, outside of Max Crosby, the Raiders lack pass rush options. So, Wilson makes a lot of sense. Wilson is a long and disruptive defensive lineman who has alignment versatility, so he can move around Vegas' scheme. He generates pressure on 18% of rush attempts last season, second highest mark in FBS. Wilson provides an immediate succession plan to Chandler Jones. His projected year 1 impact. High impact, day 1 starter. Wilson has proven production coming out of the Big 12 and all the tools to be a valuable starter as a rookie opposite of Crosby. I like this pick. I like this pick for you guys, and look at his measurables. Kid is 6'6", 271 pounds. Whoa. It hurt me when he went to this. If you guys were in the live, or if you want to tune back into the live, it's still up. Go look at my reaction to this pick. You can see how much I like this kid. And for him to go to the Raiders as a Chargers fan is rough. But like I said, NFL fan, and I like players. Nice pick. Please go back to the live and look at this second round pick. I predicted this. Going into day 2, I put money on Michael Mayer to go to you guys. What happened? The Lions went Sam Laporta. You guys shot your shot. Immediate Darren Waller replacement. And look, TJ Hawkinson player comp. Why the Lions passed, I don't know, but I know you guys were cheering. So, I know you guys signed O.J. Howard and Austin Hooper after trading away Waller, but that's a 1-year deal, and let's be honest. I think this kid's going to start over him. I don't think O.J. Howard was that good last year, and he's nasty. Physical, getting out of his breaks, savvy when locating soft spots in the zone, ability to win contested catches is second to none in the 2023 class. Adjust to passes thrown outside of his frame. Powerful with the ball in his hands, generating yards after contact, breaking tackles, tenacious blocker, literally everything you guys needed. And he stays healthy, which is what, unfortunately, down the stretch, Darren Waller could not. 6'5", 249-pound kid out of Notre Dame. This was a solid scoop, man. This is a solid scoop. Third round, you went with the defensive tackle out of Alabama. This was a little bit of a reach to me, but you continue to address the defensive line. 3-technique defensive tackle here. He can control 2 gaps in the run game or rush the QB in the passing downs. So this is an all right pick. Like I said, maybe a little bit high. I had him a little bit lower on my board, but a need. Then you went Trey Tucker, which was a little interesting to me. This was a reach. 5'9", 182 pounds, undersized. He's more known as a special teams player. Difficult one-on-one because he's shifty, okay? Runs hard after the catch, but he's unlikely to push for reps with Adams, Myers, and Renfro there in the top 3. He's probably going to be 4 and your return man, but he'll get some snaps in the slot and as a return man. But third round, that's a reach for me. Then you went with Jacorian Bennett, corner out of Maryland. Best in press. Okay. Good speed. Leaping ability. Good vert. So his 50-50 balls is nice. Flashes good pop as a tackler, but his pursuit angles are inconsistent, and he's not consistently aggressive in support. This was also another weird pick for me. So, Aiden O'Connell, this was a little bit of reach for me, but I like him. 6'3", 213 pounds out of Purdue. Kid's got a quick release, fast processor. Didn't have good pass pro in college, but yeah, lacks a little bit of mobility, which seems to be what almost all the college QBs have now. Accurate with good touch, timing when throwing to the short to intermediate levels, and his deep ball accuracy is a little streaky. Got him in the 4th, but I like him. Kid's a baller. He plays hard. I like him. Chris Smith out of Georgia. At this point, we're kind of learning, can you really go wrong with a Georgia defensive player? Not really. Safety, ran a 4.62, but plays faster than that. Effective on breaking on the ball and off ball coverage. Aggressive running in the alley, but one of the smaller side and is a little inconsistent on tackling. But once again, it's a 5th round pick. I don't mind this pick. I actually kind of like this pick for your team. I think he's a little bit better than what his ranking suggests. And then you got Amari Burney here. 6'2", 230 pounds. Is a linebacker / safety who runs well, takes sound angles, chase with good effort, and wraps up. To be effective between the tackles, has to win with instincts and quickness. Shows good range, reads the QB, and flashes the ability to play the ball underneath. He's good size. Honestly, it's good size. You didn't see this size with many of the linebackers in this class, so this is right. Nesta. You got Nesta. All right. D-tackle. Protective run defender who locates the ball, gets off blocks, low center of gravity, initial quickness, ability to slip blocks, and get good push as a pass rusher. This gives me with a B. And honestly, I think I'm being a little nice when it comes to a B grade here because I was really confused on this. Why did you guys not go offensive line at all? Like, even in the 6th and 7th, 0 offensive line. I thought your offensive line was a problem last year. I like the Tyree Wilson pick. I like the Mayer pick. Trey Tucker was a little bit of a reach for me. Aiden O'Connell's a baller. I like the Chris Smith pick. But I'm giving you guys a B, fringe B minus, because I don't know why you didn't go offensive line. That's a little confusing to me. Let's throw it over to Mel. Let's see what Mel's got to give and what he's got to say about you guys. Rough 22 season. Derek Carr's out. Jimmy's in. You guys entered the draft with 12 picks. Went straight to filling needs for veteran roster. Okay. The issues I have with Tyree Wilson is that Christian Gonzalez was available. Wilson's physical trait didn't always match his productions. You can't teach the tool he has. 6'6", fantastic first step quickness. But going in the top 10 means he has to put up double-digit sacks per season. Interesting take. Mayer at 35, the most complete tight end in this draft, was a nice selection at the top of day 2. But a few other of Ziegler's picks were reaches on my board. I had a 5th round grade on defensive tackle Byron Young and a 6th round grade on QB Aiden O'Connell. That was kind of consistent in the draft. We kind of saw these QBs taking a little bit higher than they should have outside of round, probably right after Will Levis. After Will Levis, these QBs got taken a little higher than they should have. Wideout Trey Tucker went around early. I like the choice of Chris Smith, but his tape is much better than his measurables, and I don't know if he'll ever develop into a starter. Wilson will start. Mayer is a ready-made replacement for Darren Waller, but I don't see the value with the rest of this class. I'll give you guys a B-. I gave you guys a B. Like I said, I was just a little confused on why you guys didn't go offensive line. That's really my reasoning for the grade. I like the first 2 picks a lot, though. PFF. Wilson looks like he was built in a pass-rushing lab, so it's not a shock to see him go in the top 10. That being said, he ranked 28th on the big board because consistency wasn't there. 75.1 PFF grade last season was the highest of his career. Mayer isn't a gifted athlete by any means, but he checks every other box as a receiver and blocker. High-level football IQ, engine of Notre Dame's offense, targeted more than any other tight end in the country, 92.5 PFF grade in the process. Young is a bit of a limited athlete, but he is stout at the middle, earned 85.7 run defense grade over the last 2 seasons, 7th best mark among interior defenders. Day 3, Tucker produced PFF grades of 70 or better in all 4 of his seasons, but this is a lot earlier than we expected. Shifty player, 31 missed tackles, 113 receptions over his course of career. Okay. Raiders desperately needed improvements on outside corners, so they landed one of the top remaining players at the position in Bennett after a trade-up. Bennett allowed a completion on just 44.4% of targets into his coverage and ran a blazing 4.3 second 40, which landed him in the 99th percentile. Obviously, you got the little blurb on O'Connell here. Let's see. Smith played 400-plus snaps in each of the past 3 seasons and posted 74-plus PFF grades in each of those seasons, too. One of college football's best run-defending safeties in 22, posted an 85.9 PFF run defense grade, but didn't miss 15.1% of tackles he attempted. That's a lot, actually. They gave you a B-. That's kind of crazy to me. So me, as a Chargers fan, gave you a higher grade than Mel Kiper and PFF. Like I said, I'm a fair grader. I kind of think they're a little too much on, like, traditional drafts. Like, traditional picks. Whatever. I was just confused why you guys didn't go offensive line, but I like the first 2 picks a lot. And I like the Smith pick. So that's what kept me at a B. The rest were like, okay, let's wait and see how they turn out. Raiders fans, man, I I really want to know what you guys feel about this draft. You guys were one of the more interesting teams when it came to the draft. I really want to know the thought process here and how we feel. So with that being said, guys, please leave some comments down below. I would love to get in a discussion with some of you guys. I'm not here to argue. I'm here to discuss football. Let's have some chats. And as always, guys, thank you so much for all the support, of course. That's going to be the end of the video. I gave the Las Vegas Raiders a B. Mel and PFF gave you guys a B-. So, as always, thanks for watching.